Folks, welcome to the Jake Feinberg Show, part 2 here with Matty SoulMan O'Brien. Welcome back, my brother.
Welcome. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Just starting back up again, Memphis Crawl. Where did you start? How have you grown to where you've gotten to now?
We started in Port Jefferson. Started 2000, well, this incarnation 2009 or 10. We've been all over the place. Kind of staying independent on purpose, you know. It's kind of more fun that way. There's less rules.
Have you had experience with the machine, and you've gotten out of it?
A tiny bit. I've kind of always tried to steer clear of it. I think it's taken us a little longer because we're doing it on our own, on purpose, you know.
Can you talk about the members of the band and basically the kind of trust that you guys have accumulated on the band? We just watched the Chris Robinson Brotherhood, and they're going on a hiatus, but there's a lot of trust in that band. I wanted you to talk about the guys in your band. Cannabis, the bass cat.
Yeah,
you know,
Cannabis Keith.
Break down the cats because they'll be watching this.
Yeah, Cannabis Keith's the bass player. Mike Vincente, Bombito.
Vincente, more Melville cat, right?
Yeah, Bombito Mbubatsa, we call him, on the drums.
I love this.
DW Stevens on the guitar. He lives up in outside of Woodstock, but he's from Stony Brook originally too.
Wow.
But yeah, we have total confidence and faith in each other. We're like one person when we play. We write everything together, all of our songs, you know. I usually bring a melody or words, you know, words and a melody, and just take it from there. Or it comes out of a jam, but you know, if we don't work up that magic, that marinade together, the four of us, we feel like we've gypped each other. So it's like a drug to us to try and build that up.
How often do you guys get to? I mean, can you talk about the last tour you were on? I mean, you played with Robbie Krieger recently.
Yeah, we did a show. I think it was last. I was in the wintertime at the Space at Westbury. I've been a Doors fan since I was a little kid, so that was the shit, man.
But you wind up on bills with cats like that, is what I'm saying. I mean, like that's interesting.
Yeah, I think our thing is live. You know, live is our thing. If you put us on a bill, we could deliver. You know, we're confident that we could deliver on it. That's our thing, playing live. So,
how did you originally cross paths with? I mean, I drove into a parking lot yesterday with nothing to do, and I see you. And you begin to tell me an amazing story about, you know, overcoming adversity. But how did you cross paths with these cats? Because guys like Jeff Hill's producing your new album.
As far as the Chris Robinson Brotherhood, I mean, it started with since I was a kid seeing the Black Crows.
The Crows.
You know, you're hanging out. You meet their people. You go to another show. You meet some more people. I'm a social guy. I'm always talking to people and bullshitting with people. You know. And then it just carried over this, man. I'm like glue.
At this point, you know, I just want you to talk a little bit about staring death in the face. And
yeah, how many times?
Well, I guess the point is that you have a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not stuff that you've necessarily been pushing the envelope or anything.
Yeah, no, I stare it in the
face. But I mean, can you talk about being mentally strong?
Yeah, I just come from a tough family, man. I grew up with my mom with no money, single mother, kicking ass, working a million jobs, and just a tough work ethic. And I'm always early for everything. I hate when people are not on time. You know what I mean? I could be a ball buster, but it all comes from trying to kick ass. You know what I mean?
But do you feel stronger after these experiences?
Thank you. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know if I feel stronger from them, but I feel like because I've made myself strong since I was a kid, it helps me survive the experiences. You know what I mean?
It is remarkable stuff. When are you going on tour next time?
We're in the studio now, so we're not really touring right at this moment, but we're gonna be in Woodstock next Friday night, a place called The Lodge. Really great spot.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We're gonna be in Philadelphia, outside of Philadelphia, at a place called the Broken Goblet Brewing, which is awesome. We're playing the Paramount in Huntington, New York in September after the summer. It's September 6th. We're going to be at the Wellmont Theater in Jersey the next night, September 7th. So we're going to start filling out the calendar for the end of the summer and the fall, but right now we're just kind of concentrating on
when's the album coming out?
The album should be out probably September, October-ish.
Okay, let's go through the 4 L's of the Jay Feinberg Show and let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
First one. What's the SoulMan's concept of leadership?
Leadership is you have to be.
Fellas.
Some people see leadership as you tell everybody how to do everything, but leadership, you have to be out front putting yourself on the line and working the hardest out of everybody instead of making everybody work hard because you're the leader, you know. And I think if you have a good group of people, they follow that and they want to all work together, make it like 4 fingers on a beast. You know what I mean? As
a leader, do you bring in people that? I mean, who are the people that you want to bring in? Are they guys that can bring?
People that don't sleep a lot. That's one of my prerequisites. I hate people that fucking sleep 16 hours a day. And if you sleep till 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, unless you went to bed at 9 in the morning, I'm not hanging out with you. And I'm letting you know it.
I love it.
You know what I mean? I'm not into that kind of shit. It's like depletes my soul to watch people slaughter around.
And it's not just being awake, but being productive. I mean, you want people to be burning.
I want people, if you're not playing music while you're awake, I want you to be laughing. I want you to be exploring. I want you to be having a fucking adventure like a pirate. Out of control, but in control, and just living your life. I can't be around tired motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I want to fit it all in the movie, man, much as I can.
What's your concept of love?
Surrender.
Can you give an example?
Concept of love.
Of surrender.
Well, let's say surrender. I surrendered myself to alcohol about 9 or 10 years ago, and it changed my life. I was a maniac when I drank, and I had a little too much fun, you know, and I fell in love with my wife. I had a child. Totally saved my life. So that love saved me by far. Had another child, it makes me even more mellow. So, you know, so on and so forth.
I guess I wanted you to talk a little bit about. I mean, I couldn't believe the fact
Love the guys in my band as much as
I want you to talk about Vincente, dude. I got to get to these cats.
Brotherhood.
Vincente's a drummer. He's a philosopher. He's a Leo, like
He's a philosopher.
Yeah, he's a philosopher.
Ward Melville does that to you.
Yeah, it does do it to you. Ward Melville's got a little bit more money than the other places I did. So
You're darn right about that,
people
dude.
had a little more time to sit on
dude,
the beach not ponder where they're gonna eat. You know, they start thinking where they're gonna go to camp, and then they start getting
Cherry Hill East,
and Kafka and all that shit. You know.
But total Kafka
they're
with Vincente,
bunch
dude.
of people. Vincente's a solid guy though, and he's got a kick-ass work ethic because.
He doesn't sleep.
He comes from a blue-collar family like I do.
I see. That's what I'm detecting is the mental toughness. And your dad, but was your dad present in your life though?
Not really. I mean, I have parents split up when I was a kid. I have the music in my blood though from my father's family. They're Southern and Midwestern and just funky fucking people, you know.
Fiddling, bluegrass, like funky bluegrass kind of
people. Billy Joe McGallister drove up the Tallahatchie Bridge. Those motherfuckers. They could put rubber bands on a cereal box and entertain you. You know?
Just like, but he also had heroism when he pulled the car off and the guy swallowed the cigar, dude.
Yeah. My mom is the heaviest cat around, though, man.
Explain that, because your mom's going to see this eventually.
My mom is like a hippie from the 60s and 70s mixed with Keith Richards with a huge attitude problem.
Where's she from?
She's from Brooklyn. She lived out on Port Jeff, Brooklyn. I would get suspended from school when I was a kid, and she'd say, "Fuck those motherfuckers," and she'd bring me to lunch. You know what I mean? Since that kind of revolution was in the air in my house. Even though we were struggling, she teaches you to be strong and fuck.
She didn't think it was justified for you to be. You were getting kicked out for bullshit reasons. I mean, that's pretty bad.
She always thought that I was super smart and that I was bored because a lot of the people weren't passionate about their careers, and I would just. I couldn't sit still and not talk to people. And
I would have loved to have known you in high
people,
school.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, I was a pain in the ass, but I had a good heart. I would help anybody, give you the shirt off my back, but I couldn't sit there if somebody wasn't into what they like. It's like music. If somebody wasn't into what they were teaching, just to get the paycheck, fuck off. I can't sit there. I'm happier now though than all the kids, all the parents that I was a bad influence, and all their kids now are fucking miserable. You know, with two, you know, it's unbelievable. I never listened to a word that anybody told me to do in my life, and I'm the happiest asshole on earth. Freaks me out.
Well, I feel the divine.
Don't listen to what anybody tells you when they tell you to conform. It's all bullshit.
I agree. Is that how you raise your kids too?
100%, man. 150%. I raise my kids to, you know, love everybody, talk to everybody, help everybody, peace, love, respect. If anybody fucks with you though, make them, when they come down the street the next time, when they see you, run the other way.
That sounds like your dad, man.
Yeah, don't take any shit.
Right, that's the Indiana story right there. You know, at the end of the day,
this is a ginger beer, by the way, kids.
Right, he's not. You're done. You gave that up.
I'm just smoking the marijuanos.
Is gratitude? Can you talk about gratitude as the attitude? Like, I just being that you've been you've scraped death before.
Well, yeah, gratitude. You have to have gratitude that you just stay in the same position. I think, gratitude.
Position of fear, position you don't grow.
You just. I mean, you have to have bad times and bad days to realize how good the good ones are when they hit you. But I think gratitude. I think a lot of people that don't have any gratitude, they'll never be happy because nothing never satisfies them.
Before we go, can you tell a good Tony Leone story to the audience?
Today, yeah.
Because that guy's a character,
These
man.
guys at Chris Robinson Brotherhood played at the Suffolk Theater about 45 minutes. It was an hour away, 40 minutes.
Right, but last night.
Then today, they on the way to this gig, everybody went to our friend Victoria's house, and there was about 12 people, lining up to shower. And I said, Tony, you look like you want to go. He's like, yeah, drive me back to my hotel near the next gig in Port Washington. The hotel's in Roslyn. And he went back and showered and did his thing and stuff. But the ride from Victoria's house to the hotel we almost had to pull the car over because all we do is bust each other's balls or impersonating people. It's like we're gonna flip the car over laughing, man. Tony is one of the funniest guys on earth. We're doing Tony Soprano, your sister's ass, all sorts of fucking
He was impersonating Lou Donaldson, the old school jazz cat that he worked with too.
Yeah. He's hysterical.
Yeah, I think it's important to laugh. But yeah, I mean, man, I just want to say it's been a blessing to connect with you and
you too, man.
Memphis Crawl. I look forward to seeing you along the way, man.
If you play music, get out of your fucking town, man, and spread it.
Drop into your primordial gut.
Yeah.
It's the Jake Feinberg Show. CRB hiatus on the way.
All right.
Peace.